Friday when the lights went out, wasn't it? People was like, we're hostages. Welcome to the gig, are we good? Yeah! Come on, let's take the roof off this Legionella riddled fire hazard. Sunday night in a cave, baby. And you've got your baseball cap on backwards, Fred Durst. It's the Limp Bizkit reject down the front. Don't now, you keep rolling. Rolling. On the cobbles, rolling. Some man of a certain age, I love you, mate. Welcome to the gig. Lovely to be here. Are we good, Edinburgh? Yeah! Thank you all for coming out. 75 years of the Fringe, this. Do you know that? Just think there's people out there who did the first one who have almost paid it off. Nearly. Just another house to give away. But welcome to the gig. Welcome. Well done. We'll have a round of applause for anyone over 50 who navigated the QR code. Well done. Yes, well done those people. There's a man down there, he's taking it, mate. You have your readers on your head. It's a scary time. I've seen a load of nanas walking around with just a camera roll full of QR codes. Not knowing what the fuck they're for or why they've done it. Just going into the co-op next week. Can I have that off the beans? No. How it works now. Well done. Are we good, guys? It's nice. I love the age gap and the age range I've got here. I've got a man down the front with readers. That's when you know you're on the cutting edge of stand-up. Rock and roll is that, mate, innit? You've got a tattoo, he's got his readers. You couldn't have a big enough gap, could you? You look like you've burgled his house. And he's going through the insurance forms with the readers. What's he taking? He's taking a baseball cap, putting it on backwards. Well done. How are you doing, mate? What's your name?
I'm Nick.
Nick, how are you doing, Nick? You good? You had a good day?
Thank
you, love it. Well done. Cracking chat, Nick. Well done. So we've got the banter. Well done, welcome. Are you alright? You're a bit like, are you okay? Can I get you anything? A watch or something? Unbelievable. Welcome to the gig. It's going to be fantastic. We've got Nick down the front here. We've got who's got in already? Just time with the punchlines, otherwise it's annoying. Welcome to the cave. It's nice. I always like this room. It feels like we're all on a potholing weekend. Just having a break for lunch, isn't it? I mean, no, don't cough in here, mate. It's tense enough. Come on. We've only just got people back, haven't we? We've got to start the big room variants, do it? Lovely. I love this man here. How are you doing, mate? You good? Yeah. I like you. I needed you in the pandemic. You look like you're a survivalist. No, you look like a man who could live off roadkill. I needed you. Mate, leading away, spearing squirrels and shit. I loved it. Oh, lovely eclectic mix. So you're in a jacket, my friend. You've really overshot this, haven't you? You think you're at the Pleasance. You've walked in. I don't understand this. We're booked in for Swan Lake. What's happening? The man who's worn a jacket. Are you alright, mate? You're looking at me going, I'm not sure this is right. Because in your mind, you're looking probably going, that's a genuine northerner. And you're a working class northerner at the Fringe. I've never seen. Throw something at him. Throw something. Look at me clapping. Dance for me. I've wheeled out the middle class section here. No, are you northerner? Okay, go and rob him. Take that jacket off me. I love that man there. He's looking at me going, this is unbelievable. You, what's your name, sir?
I'm Neil.
Neil, is it?
Going Neil, yeah.
That's not how it works, mate. You can't just good luck with that when you're going through passport control. What's his name? Fucking David, whatever you want, mate. All I know is I've got a kilo of heroin on my arse. That's all I know. I mean, heroin, you'd be free range, wouldn't you? This is organic heroin, actually. All the way from Waitrose. You had a tough pandemic, Neil, haven't you? Having to disinfect that anger. You had to let go of one of your cool men. He's not laughing, by the way, he's just angry. Lovely to meet you, Neil. Lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet all of you. It's the greatest time to be in this cave right now. Feels perfect, doesn't it? The most apocalyptic venue. Because let's face it, it's the greatest time to be a comedian, isn't it? Because everything is shit. I mean, we're making the best of it, aren't we? I mean, you've given up, mate. You stopped at the 90s and thought that was the best time. You look like you've been playing tennis, mate. You look like you were playing went, there's a gig, and he went, okay, and just, you've got your sunglasses on inside. I don't know if that's optimistic or the bleakest fucking thing. You're not going to do any influencer posts in a cave. Do you know what I mean? It looks like she's on the saddest all-inclusive of her life. You're welcome. It is, because everything's shit. It's a shit time. It's a shit time, right? It is. We've got strikes, we've got global warming, we've got wars. There are no comedy festivals in the Bahamas. Because they're happy, mate. Whereas we need you people, desperate people. I mean, look at the collection we've got. I've only got an hour. You need me more than I need you. This is desperate, isn't it? I feel like a key worker. Listen, the nurses are done. We're in charge now. This is missionary work. Fucking Bob Geldof with jokes, man. I mean, Nick's just looking at me going, just save me from my own existence. You remind my dad, Nick. You don't look like it. It's just he's bitterly disappointed in me as well. But that's okay. It's been a tough time. Listen, I think the cost of living thing's biting now. It is. I mean, I got sent a smart meter, right, from my electricity company, Edinburgh. If they offer you one, say no. You don't need that shit in your life. It's not a smart meter, it's an anxiety portal. It's like being mugged by your own ass in real time, isn't it? And you have to just stand and watch it. How do we don't watch Netflix now? We watch the smart meter. There's more drama on that than a full season of The Crown. I get the children round on beanbags. Come on, children, look at the smart meter. What's your inheritance evaporate? Do you want the lights on or a university education? You're not having both. We're now at the point where my slow cooker is on a better hourly rate than I am. That is where we are. And if you think it's bad now, January! Oh, it's going to be a shitstorm in January, isn't it? Well, the only way we'll keep warm is by having orgies smothered in deep heat. Little clap from you, and it's like, oh, please, baseball cap on my push, just hang on to that. Friction's free, Dave. It'd be good though, wouldn't it? Because the orgy community was decimated in the pandemic. I felt sorry for him, because you couldn't have an orgy at 2 metres with him. Unless you were very well endowed. And let's face it, there's nothing sexy, is there, about running at someone with a dildo attached to the end of a broom handle. Just, I don't know why I'm pointing at you, mate, but I'm so sorry. Especially you've got your hands like that, you're controlling yourself. Just like that, it's like a rude joust, isn't it? Stay still, Susan, pick them all and make a decision. Who's not been done in here? Who's not been... I'm going to rinse the end, just... Everything. Relentless misery for 2 fucking years. Can you believe it? Like the storms we had. Why, by the way, do we still put weather reporters in the eye of the storm? Can someone tell them we believe them? We get it, it's the weather. You can stop now. We can see it out of the windows, mate. You know, I just want to know if I can peg my pants out. I don't need to see you in a cagoule in 100-mile-an-hour winds, clinging onto a fence panel. Shitting yourself. They think they're war reporters. They wait for the Pulitzer Prize, and they're like, don't travel unless absolutely necessary. We haven't. What are you doing? Stop on the sofa with me. I'm not any bollocks. I'm not They're in the studio, you bellend. What are you doing? Do you know what knows most? When the weather becomes the news, they love it, don't they? There's always that. When you see the floods, there's always that person, and it's always a man, kayaking to work. I just want to smash the telly off the wall. You always see him, don't you? Imagine working in the office with him. Can't believe today, it's treacherous. Well, Richard made it in. Fucking Richard. Every time, isn't it? There's people sandbagging, crying, they've lost everything. There's him down the middle of the high street. Living his best life, huh? I told you we're going Andrew Marjorie, this guy. So good to have live audiences. It is. I don't know how that got a laugh. You're not considering yourself live. You're very much live. So. We have to do gigs on Zoom. Oh, if you think this is hard, try dying on your ass on Zoom. Oh, just watching the numbers dwindle in real time. As people start making casseroles and shit. I got heckled by a man hoovering. He didn't even mute, he was like, oh. Is he still banging on, love? Jesus. Just close the laptop, I can't look at him. But thanks for giving me a second chance, Nick. Good luck with the Dyson. But, you see, I'm used to those moments. It's just dogged my career, awkward moments. One of the biggest gigs of my career, Edinburgh Playhouse. I've always remembered this. I was backstage supporting Rob Brydon. I was about to come out, and the phone went with my mum. She went, are you nervous? I went, yeah. She went, oh, I love it. Then she said, but remember, love, remember, they're not there to see you. Don't clap that, Fred. Just because your band split up and new metal's not popular. I have low ambitions in comedy, clearly. I just want to reach the point in my career where I turn up at a venue and for the staff on the door not to ask if I've got a ticket. Why does that keep happening? Tonight I've had a K to see me. Do you know how fucked that is? The rules just were so surreal in that lockdown. I thought I dreamt this. I remember waking up one morning, turned on the news, it said, right, enough's enough now, no more casual sex. I didn't think I was having any. Look at me, I'm married, I have married sex, that's never casual. It's plans, isn't it? You see the invite pop up in the Google calendar, you click attend. You have to, otherwise someone else gets in, don't you? Come on, Fred Durst's on the job. I think it's a myth that men fancy it all the time. During that period I was too anxious. I've noticed that doesn't happen in horror films. If you watch a horror film, there's always a sex scene. Do you not think that's weird? How anxious they are. It's either alone, it's dark, they're in the middle of the woods, there's weird noises. They're losing one friend every 20 minutes. With no fucking explanation, yet they can still manage it. I can't even focus if the doors of the sliding wardrobes are slightly ajar. It's enough to put me off, isn't it? The last thing I need is to catch a glimpse of the cardigan her Nana got me for Christmas. I'm finished. It's 100% cashmere, Neil. You would appreciate that. Or whatever your name is. I'm just going to call you Tarquin. So, career-wise, though, I think that pandemic was the best thing to happen to me. It was, honestly, before that whole period, couldn't get on telly for love and money. Afterwards, live at the Apollo. If I'd have known that all it would have taken for my career to have a boost was the entire world to grind to a halt. Oh, I'd have done that shit years ago. I'd have been in that lab in Wuhan just chucking chemicals in. I've got 40-year-old with 2 kids, come on. I've been down the wet market ignoring on bats. Keep them coming, it's a back buffet. Another 6 of these, I'll be on not the week. What do you mean it's cancelled? Did an advert for Nationwide, the Building Society. Yeah, it's interesting. No, don't worry, you haven't heard the next bit. Me and Jenna are members of Nationwide. We went into the branch the same week the advert came out for a remortgage, and they rejected us. I was there pointing, it was on the telly, and I said, I'm in your advert, I've been in your advert. He said, I've been in your account. I said, fair enough. He just went, which house? The one in Provence, Charlie. People said there weren't any positives to the pandemic, there were lows, weren't they? I mean, ISIS had a break. I woke up one morning and I thought, where are they? Where are those guys? Because it was full on and then nothing, wasn't it? Do you know what happened? I think they were furloughed. You know what happened? No explanation, because you can't do that shit from home, can you? Sitting around all day in your deaf to the West pyjamas, doing Zoom quizzes, trying to do Joe Wicks in a full balaclava. So what, John? I've got a river running down my arse. Looking out the sink, can we get some crayons for the slow section? Which joke are you up to, mate? Are you still on slow cooker, ironically? I'll tell you when I step back, because this pandemic created more fear than they could have only dreamed of, didn't it? Because at one point, I was washing my own shopping. I knew you had something to do with yours, Tarquin. That was a weird day, that, wasn't it? When we thought that would help. Now, what's Daddy doing? He's rinsing the beans. Saying to the Azalan, where do you want it? Straight up in the bath, mate. That's what I want. Like sulking and rigatoni, that's what I do. Cleaning cucumbers off the sink like that. Stay safe, kids, come on. If you're wet wiping, wait for thin hand. They've won, haven't they? It's tough, that's tough. People were in the trenches. I tell you, we're in the trenches, the parents. Oh, God. You've got kids, mate, you look like you're how old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
21.
Have you got children?
Yeah. You got two.
You got 2 kids? You know, haven't you? What a weird way to find out. Hey, you're in a cave. Don't do that. It's me when I am Gordy. What the fuck? I'm not even going to go back there. Okay, now you need to talk. It was brutal, because I love my children, but when they went back to school on March the 8th, after that second lockdown, I honestly think that was the greatest day of my entire life. I get aroused, yeah, you're children, you've not met them, even you know the dickheads. It's weird. I get aroused just thinking about that moment. We were met in the day by the teacher. She says, I just want to lay your fears, Mr. Bennett, Olivia's going to be fine. We've got them all in individual bubbles, we've got a one-way system. Can I just stop you there, Miss Jenkins? I just want to say, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit, mate. I don't care if they're licking each other. I don't care if it's sent into a classroom, pressed against the windows, with fingers up each other's arseholes. You get them? I've had these dickheads for a year. Here every day in the room. I've told you! I don't know what phonics are. I saw them support the Chemical Brothers in the 90s. Daddy's shit-faced. Got no trousers on. It's not even 9:30 in the morning, and I've put away more units than the kitchen fitter. No one signed up for that! I tell you, you love your kids, but not every day. It's unnatural. I mean, before the pandemic, I used to tap out. Every parent does it. I used to tell Gemma we'd run out of milk. And we had, because I poured it down the sink. We threw 8 pints a day. It's good for the bones. And all I would do was go outside for it. And I would go and stand behind my own shed for about an hour. It's like a night out for a dad, isn't it? It's like fucking centre parks behind there. Planet had beers in the water, but I had a buffet laid out on the trampoline. Sometimes take the baby monitor, just so I could hear her struggling with both kids. Where's Daddy? Daddy's going nowhere. Not until he's finished these pitted olives, that's for sure. Once, because I'm an idiot, I should be helping. I was there for hours, I was on my phone, she came around the corner, she went, give it you. I want to know what's more important than those children. She looked at it, she went, I'm tired, I'm emotional, I need your help, and I find you stood behind the shed, googling this. What is MC Hammer's real name? She got me back later on, we were in bed, I put my hand on her bum, she went, piss off, you can't touch this, so she won that. I'll tell you that, but listen, I'm not going to apologise for craving solitude, I'm not, I'm a 43-year-old father of 2 and I'm knackered. Right, at the end, every man craves it, that's why I'm jealous of the monks now. Stick with me on this, because I think a lot of blokes have looked at their monastery and thought, fucking hell, it's alright in there. I wonder if they'll take me for a weekend. Honestly. Because if it wasn't a fantasy for us, why do we start looking like them? There's something in it as we get older, we get the pot belly, we get the bald head. Start spending all day in our dressing gowns, mumbling bollocks. We take a vow of celibacy, not our choice, but it still counts, doesn't it? At some point, every man will wake up one morning, put on a pair of Crocs, and genuinely think, oh, these are alright, eh? Comfortable and practical. You look like a belly. No. Now, are we going to this garden centre or what? You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to point out, there's a couple of men in here who are a pair of from going full fryer. That's all I'm saying. That's what these monasteries are full of. You tired dads, innit? Tired dads. Said they were putting the bin out, kept walking. Leaving the wives in the middle of Dunelm. It's still not still holding the fucking cushion, bewildered. Come on in, son. Come and have a drink. Come on. Come and meet Brother Michael. Come on. School holidays, there's fucking hundreds of them out here. Come on. That's why they're drinking it, because of the guilt. Because they've walked out on their families. They shouldn't need booze, but they're getting shit-faced. It's like a stag doing that. They make their own. So that's a red flag. They're making their own alcohol. Trappist Hill's 9.5%. That's stronger than Special Brew. It's no wonder they believe in Jesus. 2 cans of that, you think you are Jesus. You know, you see them in the huts up praying. I don't think they're praying. I think they're hungover. That old chant is me on a Sunday morning, Fred, coming out of the bathroom, isn't it, man? Oh, Jesus. Fucking hell. Why did you let me do those Jacob on his brother Michael? I've heard the Holy Communion would never shots for Jesus. It's too hard, his life, I'm sorry, and the kids are great, but it's so hard. The big age gap, 7 years, which was planned, because Gemma and I wanted to make sure we had as much stress as possible. Stretched out over as many years as possible. The youngest Sophia, she's 5 at Edinburgh. I say she's 5, she's 3 when we go swimming. Yeah, 4 on the bus, 3 on the train, that's the system. I'll be honest, she hasn't got a clue all she is now. Every birthday is a genuine surprise for all of us. This kid's just wandering around. How old am I today, Daddy? Depends what we're doing, mate. He said Alton Towers. Right, well, getting that baby girl look small. I'm paying 48 quid for you just want some teacups, knobhead. Come on. What does Daddy say? What's he say? Get on board with the fraud. There's a good girl. Now stop talking, we're trying to breastfeed you. Listen. You go through that turnstile with a family rolling off your tip, what do you through? I don't want to deal with that family. I think you're weird. Especially when I'm the one feeding her. But she's there. The great kid, she makes some stuff at school, brings it home, and it's all shit. Shit in it. It's not arts and crafts, is it, that? It's emotional landfill. Gemma's like, she's put a name on it, so we have to keep it. We don't. She's not Banksy, get it in the bin. It's all shit, mate. It's all shit. It's another picture of a sheep out of dried pasta, isn't it? No wonder there's a school meals crisis every year. They need to stop sticking it on paper and cook it, don't they? She made me a card once, it said to my favourite daddy. What the fuck? I'm glad you're laughing. I'm not going to be racist. Don't talk to me, I'm still waiting. For Halloween, the couple we fancy dress, she said, Daddy, I want to do something really scary. So I had to think about it, sent her as an Ofsted inspector. No, it's tough being the youngest sibling. That the youngest siblings in? Yes. Can I ask you? You're in the dark, I can't see you. Were you in the box room?
Yep.
Yeah, that's why you sat at the back. No confidence. They never fit in the front. Look at him, you can't get any further into that cave. Head on the wall, don't look eye contact with the jester, it'll only embarrass me. You're even been made. Get in the corner, you've never had any dreams, you're a fucking failure. You never outrun that box room, mate. My youngest, it's awful. She's living like an urban fox. It's awful, there's condensation running down the windows. She's ever thirsty the night, she just tilts her head back and licks it. I'm joking, there are no windows. She's old! She's all bent up, mate, feet on the radiator. This kid's not even 6 and she's got the posture of a cashew nut. It's not... Spends all day looking at gravel. She'd divided kids. The eldest in the bedroom's massive. It was ready for she even arrived. Like deep plush carpets, a mobile above the cot. I even checked the temperature. This second one, she's in with the printer. No, don't laugh at that's tragic. Honestly, we don't even switch it off. She can't have the lamp on because it's using the plug. Every night falling asleep with her head on the paper trail. To wake the eldest toilets, I used to open the curtains, let the sunlight stream in. With the youngest, send a document. Don't get out of bed. Eldest is a firebrand of ideas, isn't it? Confidence, it's amazing, isn't it? She's a vegetarian, 12 years old. That's a world our parents never had to deal with. If you have a kid's birthday party now, the dietary requirements are unbelievable. One year we had 2 vegetarians, a vegan, someone who was wheat intolerant, and a celiac. She said to me afterwards, Daddy, where can I have a party next year? I said, Holland and Barrett, mate. That's where you are. Just going to be you and your 4 mates playing Pass the Kale for 3 hours, isn't it? So theory to your kids, now brutal, can't make mistakes, can they? With social media, everything's recorded. They do something wrong in 2022, they get fired in 2042, right? It's happening all the time. Now, when I was 15 at a house party, I got drunk and pissed in my mate's fish tank. I'm not proud of that. Well, I am a bit. Because I think he was on top of the piano. But at least I didn't have to relive it 20 years down the line in a boardroom with Linda from HR, did I? You, Scott, here doing this on this video. I'm afraid it is, Linda. I was naive and stupid. Well, that might be the case, but we'll have to sack you. It goes against all our values here at Pets at Home. So we can't have some kid come to buy a goldfish, turn the corner and find you topping up Nemo with an eye. Just life's relentless at the moment. I find it hard to relax, you know. I think we all struggle with that. You remember we thought colouring in was the answer? Those adult colouring books, that was a weird time. How patronising was that? Dave seems a bit depressed. Should we get him some CBT? Nah, okay, give him some grapes. Come on, Dave, shade your way out that divorce. Come on. You can't see the kids, but you can see the peacock. Come on. Nothing works for me. For my birthday in lockdown, Gemma hired us a hot tub, right? No, I think you got me in the right surroundings to enjoy that. Like a footballer's mansion or a woodland glade. It's not the same when you're sat under your own kitchen window with your head on the outside tap, staring at your own wheelie bins, trying to paddle a dead wasp back and forth. Every now and then just getting hit in the face with your own washing. Listening to next door have a row. I told you, if you don't like it, then fuck off! Ooh, I see the love this. Couldn't sit out at night, because every time I took a sip, I got hit in the face with a security light. Just a full 100-watt beam like that. Like trying to have a drink on a runway, you know. I came out in a rash, first day, full body rash. I thought, oh, this is brilliant, this. I know I'm working class, but I'm even allergic to an aspirational lifestyle. Put my working class body in a middle class environment, and just went, you're going to fuck off, you peasant. The problem is I couldn't enjoy it because of that word, hired, innit? As soon as you can think about all the people that have been there. We were given these chlorine tablets to keep it hygienic. Every time I thought about a previous occupant, I'd see a tablet. And it escalates. Man with a hairy back, tablet. Teenager going through puberty, tablet. The elderly. My nana and a pelvic floor, that's the tablet. Parents who think a swimming nappy is watertight, tablet. I knew I'd gone too far when Jenna dipped her foot in and it took her nail polish off. I didn't let the kids go in it, they'd have gone like a couple of rockers, wouldn't they? And you want to get a beer and just do this. Come out to a couple of swimming costumes. Is that the school they won't be in today? We've dissolved them. Everything makes me uncomfortable. Can't go to the hand car wash anymore. Can't do that. Awful, isn't it? Last time I was there, I was sat there, right? And there were 7 people washing my car. 7. And one of them was like that, outside with a sponge on the bonnet. Looked through the windscreen and our eyes met. And it was as if he was saying, can't you do this? Is this beyond you? Some sort of pervert. I'm getting a kick out of this. I got out, I couldn't handle it. I got out just to start doing the dashboard. The worst bit's the end of that, innit? Because you sat there with your crumpled fiver. And like they knock on the window, they open the door, you're up here and he's down there. And when he makes eye contact, it's one of the most sexually charged moments. If you like, I didn't know what to do, I panicked. I went to pay him, he stood up. And I took the money into his track to the bottom and went, oh! See you next week, sugar tits! So he lives with us now. And easier for my parents now. Their life is so simple for them. My mum and dad are still around, retired. My dad loves being retired. Mainly because he's paying the world back one day at a time for all the misery it's caused him. Sets his alarm 8 o'clock every morning, gets up, gets out into rush hour traffic. Just gets in everyone's way. No way to go, nothing to do. Sometimes he'll even take the car. But then, of course he takes the car. How else would you tow a caravan? You know, he's that same generation, working class Yorkshireman called Roy. Proper name, that innit? Roy. One syllable. Right. Didn't have time for two. He had Ray games to believe. That's all. Right. Like people called Roy come out of the womb already able to grout the bathroom. That's it. No pictures of my dad as a baby because he never was one. He came out fully grown at 7 months. On his terms, just stepped out. Well, it was too warm in there for me. I've been in the box room. I'll come back. It's the old plan. I'll come back next week and give you a quote. Then he just drove himself to a playgroup, didn't he? That's what he did. So obsessed with bargains at the moment. You remember the other day, like, I picked the phone and went, do you like Muller Rice? They're all right, Dad. Why? Lidl, 3 for 2, frankly later. That was it. It's like a shit Groupon, isn't it? He's never paid for parking in his life, my dad. When we were kids, we used to go into town, he would leave the car at the Jehovah's Witness temple. He'd leave it and walk away like, Dad, what are you going to do if you get caught? He says, I'll join. We don't even know what they believe in. Well, they're leaving free parking. God, that's First Commandment crane display. They'll go big, they'll leave. Don't get away with it, Dad. I will. All the witnesses are in there. I don't think there's any comfort in getting older, you know. I think I'm done with festivals, you know. I think I am. It's over. I think 40 is the cut-off. Would you agree with that? No, it is for the purpose of this next show. Last one I went to, I was miserable. I remember I was walking through the field. There was young people ahead of me with the cans and the spliffs. And I wanted to be with them. But I couldn't be with them, could I? Because I'm holding a cool box and some fold-up chairs. And I am dying inside, right? That is not a cool box, that is a dream coffin, Edinburgh. I've got my own kids behind me in the Peppa Pig wellies. Their heads weighed down by the massive ear defenders I made them wear. So I've been followed by a couple of pissed reindeer. Just like this. I'm trying to play it, I'm trying to be cool, do you know what I mean? I'm thinking if I leave a big enough gap, they won't think I'm with them. And then Jenna's in front, she's going, keep going, it's too loud here, too loud. We need to find a spot with absolutely no atmosphere. Behind the falafel van, next to the generator, that's us. We'll be miserable here for 3 days. And we were. Sitting around a town blanket load of other broken 40-year-olds, eating cucumber and dip, talking about school catchment areas, with the natural light in Helen's extension. Right? And then there's always someone in the group that won't admit it's over. Like my mate Steve, he had like a straw hat on, he had glitter on. You can get that shit off. You're a 42-year-old accountant. You can't add sparkle to a saggy eye bag, can you? It looked like a bedazzled scrotum just hanging off his shit. Honestly, and no drug dealers come up to us. That's when you know it's over, isn't it? I mean, what were the sellers? And you lads want some acid? Oh, no, we've already got some. Reflux when you're 40, pal, is that the vinegar on that chickpea salad? I'll take a Rennie, though. Have you got a Rennie in there? Just give me half, I've got the kids. It's the back of the field on a Rennie. Keep it in this, let's stay up to 11:30. Hang on, it's a bad one, get St. John's. I think he sold me a tons, this lad. You don't even look like you fit in. Reading and Leeds are all kids and they're all looking different. My nephew's 19, he goes, he's had them holes put in his earlobes. Have you seen this? When was that shit agreed? It makes his face look like a camping ground shit. I don't know whether to talk to him or peg him down. What's that going to look like when you're 80? I suppose it gives somewhere for a nurse to hang a drip. I was talking to him once, I wasn't even listening, because all I was doing was just staring through his ears like that. And every time people moved in the background through those holes, look back on me, Bond film. I was staring at it. I thought I was watching Moonraker. Do you know how surreal it is when you see your dad just drift in? That generation is really in the retirement homes of the future. That's going to be weird. I'm sorry, it is. We need to prepare ourselves. Be an old man in the bay window in a wheelchair with sleeve tattoos, vaping, and the district nurse will come over like that. She'll go, excuse me. Jordan. Grandad Jordan. Now you're all thinking, oh shit, yeah. Grandads are called Keith for a day. Come on, kids, we'll have to see your Grandad Jordan. Oh, where is he? Down the skate park, is he? With Uncle Blake and Grandma Mercedes. Is that where he is? Jordan, to the dance auntie, listen to me. Put down that kind of monster, Paul's Call of Duty. I'm the district nurse. I'm here to disinfect your knot piercing. Let's go. We haven't got long, your drone's here to take you for a walk. Best stage, toddler Edinburgh. Toddler's the best stage. They're like boots in Pampers, aren't they? Do you not think they're answerable to no one? I blame the safety industry. You know, like the stair gates, plug socket covers. Before those guys came in, we had natural selection. Didn't we think about it? Now they're running around like they own the place. We don't help, we make excuses for them, don't we? It's just got a lot of energy. It's very excited. I'd love it if that worked when you were an adult. So sorry about my husband, I know you think he's a dick. But he's not had a sleep today. So can I put him down in the spare room, Joe? It's a load of wives take their husbands round the block so you can't see, man. Nobody goes off to see babies. Mavericks, right? It's so wonderful to watch. Like diet, don't give a shit. My youngest once had a gherkin and a Malteser in the same mouthful. I was watching it going, cluck. Jen was like, I think she's very adventurous. I think she's pregnant. Who are we bringing up here? Heston Blumenthal? They have zero respect for anything. For your car, don't give, honestly, they destroyed my car. It was absolutely feral. I didn't drive, I just gave yogurt raisins a lift. Gemma once said to me, just go in those seat pockets and get out the colouring books. No, I would rather run my finger up a marathon runner's arse crack. There is so much DNA and bacteria in here. If we took a swab, we could grow ourselves another kid from scratch. You know? Everything's sticky, floor to ceiling. I think they're cooking up meth in there, mate. Honestly. I didn't bother with seatbelts, I didn't need to. Just put them down like Velcro. I was doing 85 into hairpin bends, they weren't even lovely. You're telling me like, listen, this is Daddy's garden, it's respect it, just water in here. Water, that's 2 weeks that lasted. It was like Haribo. I opened the door one day, fucking orange dew everywhere. Little what's it eating shit. What's it does is lethal. Once it's in, it ain't coming out. It's got the half-life of Novichok. It's going to outlive me, that shit, isn't it? But you know, I've started to realise you need people in your life, don't you? You need people. Like Gemma's incredible, by the way. We've been together now 2 mattresses. 15 silent night years. We have the nights in, snuggled up on the sofa, each of us on our own phones. Just browsing through Facebook to find the people we should have married. That's what we do. She's great. She doesn't tolerate any noise at night. No noise at night. That's the rule. I think she's got misophonia. Means a hatred of sounds, that. You know that. I love to talk to her about it, but it just make it worse. That's a Radio 4 joke. I'll never be doing it in a cave again. And there's rules now. If I want cereal after 9 o'clock at night, I have to switch to plastic bowls and cutlery because I'm not allowed to clink. I'm in my 40s and I'm eating my Weetabix out of a Peppa Pig bowl with a Macca spoon. That's the way. You clapped it. Thank you. Do you know what's amazing though? Long-term marriage, I'm living the dream, people, because Gemma's front of house in our marriage is absolutely incredible. Honestly, I think that's the same for a lot of men. Looking at me, how many only been married, Nigel? How long?
It's Nick.
It's Nick. Alright, sorry, don't be so aggressive. People find it's Nick, why don't you sit with him? You don't give a shit what he's doing. I think you're the sort of man, I think you don't know what the fuck's going on, do you? It's true, you didn't know we were going to be here tonight, did you, mate? You think you're going to the tattoo? He's looking at me going, Peter Kay's lost weight. Because it's what happens. I'm living the dream. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know who I'm seeing. Seriously, sometimes I just find myself on a Sunday at barbecues. Just wandering around with a plate. I don't know any of these things. In a house that I've never been in. I don't even have opinions. I check with Gemma first. Darling, do I like this person? Yes, you do. Thank you. I was said to her once, am I hungry? She said, no, you're not. And she was right, I wasn't. I'm just a bit peckish, mate. You know, I'm glad because I've been on the Gaviscon, you know. We went for a friend's meal once, the lady went around with an email and never saw it. She took that decision away from me. We sat there, the food was going round. Who ordered the burger? Who ordered? Put your hands up, it's you. I'm a toddler. Do you know, I couldn't get annoyed. Do you know why? I would have ordered the burger. There's no point in thinking anymore. She's on it. I'm so glad she's like a Rolodex up there. Because when we go to a friend's house, as we approach the door, she fills me in on all the important details. Right? Like a president being briefed on the way to the war room. Because she knows if she leaves it up to me, I'll fuck it up and ruin our social life forever. So there's a lot on the line. You know what I mean, Fred. We're going up to the door. She says, listen, focus. He's having an affair, but staying together for the sake of the kids. She's just been made redundant and the dog's not well. So when we get in there, shut up, sit down, look straight ahead, chew your food, don't be a prick and don't embarrass me. Who do you think, Helen? Sit there. Seem a bit quiet. I'm shitting myself! I've forgotten everything you said! Can I have the iPad? I'll just sit on a beanbag next to Keith and watch the Grand Tour. They sit you all together, all the shit men together, don't they? Sit them in there on a beanbag. Go on, piss off. Sometimes, just before the door opens, she'll chuck an extra one in. Right, listen, she's got a lazy eye, don't look at it. You have a lovely house, Helen! I'm sorry, you weren't talking to me. Of course, if you go too far, as a man, you get squeezed, don't you? So remember, you don't tell them about the squeeze. You bring it into the cave. The squeeze is the point you know you've gone too far. That is it's what it is. It's the best weapon in a woman's arsenal because you sat there having a cracking night, aren't you? Nick, Nigel, whatever your name is. And you'll say something, won't you? And her hand will come out all the way down your arm like this. And you're such a moron, you think it's affectionate. You think, ooh, I didn't see this on the calendar. I have to give her a rinse tonight. And then you go all the way down, puts it under the table, down your leg to the knee, she gives it a little squeeze and she leans in. And you think, no, bollocks. She said, listen, we've all had a giggle. You get a laugh. But that's you done now. Once I was so scared a little bit of weed came out. I love it, marriage. I think relationships evolve. I was changed when we were trying for a baby. That's one of the least romantic periods in your life, isn't it? I knew when Gemma was ovulating because she started to like me again. She started to make me cups of tea after I was. I think, yeah, I'm going to get fucking used again. You think it's going to be nice? It's scary, isn't it? She's like, go upstairs! I thought, what's the fun? Get there, you line. In a cereal bar for energy. They were the worst nights, mate. I went for a multi-pack of chocolates. There was steam coming off it, Fred. Brutal. I don't care how much you love each other, how strong that relationship is. After a certain amount of time, that sex act's just weird. It's weird. It's just two people, two miserable people, just working on the project. Banging away. It's too. Sorry, this is not the seats you wanted, is it? What happened at the Fringe? We had the auction and gyrating in a cave. That's an interesting show. Meant to Obviously you've gone. You've both gone. You're just trying to find your happy place. Do you know where I am? Behind the shed. Shed in that coop, you know. Have a bowl of cereal first. In a porcelain bowl. Keep clinking, that's all. And burns that clink. Might have cocoa pops. You might have icicles. You might put them together. Icy pops. I sped up, I was excited. She thought it was her, it was the cereal. Get me little bursts, I used to leave a variety pack on the bed there. Those last few months, mate, just me eyeballing Tony the Tiger. Come on, son, we're in the trenches. Come on, pal! This one's the real winner, come on! Wish this was a joke. So bored. I mean, like, what happened to that quiche in the fridge? Behind the Yakults, the Waitrose one. The broccoli, you what? You threw it out? When did that go in the bin? How did you do that? Gone then, full quiche gone in the bin. It's unbelievable. I'm alright. When we're finished here, we're going to have a row about that. I can't do it, I can't finish, I can't. Do you know what always ended the same way as well? She got the phone out from underneath the pillow. Straight away. Right, listen, it'll be next week, we'll have to try again. 15th, yeah? Leave yourself alone that day. Leave yourself alone. She took the router to work in her handbag. I'm holding her legs in the air. Like I'm trying to empty a wheelbarrow of wet gravel. It's romance, I don't think it is. We don't know what's more kids. I don't know, she's a natural, they came out fast. We were very lucky. I mean, Sophia came out like she was in the luge. There's a noise like that. It's like a pin me firing a blow dart. If it hadn't been for the umbilical cord, we'd have never found it. The whole birth was done in 32 minutes. I got outside, first person around to me, Dad, obviously new father, old father. I said, Dad, I've got some news. He said, so am I. Yakult, 2 for 1 answer. It's a baby girl, right? She's wonderful. The whole birth was only 32 minutes. He paused, I thought he was getting emotional. He went, 32 minutes, that's amazing. I bet you didn't even need to pay for the parking. I feel comforted that Gemma doesn't need me. I know this because she said. We got a tumble dryer last year, Christmas. They said to us, if you want to be sure, it's going to be $16.99 a month. My life insurance is only £8. So if we insure this tumble dryer, it's going to be twice the price of my life insurance. She went, yeah. But I can't live without a tumble dryer. Well, I cried for 2 days. Half as valuable to my kids as a fucking tumble dryer. Do you know what I missed in lockdown? I'll tell you what I did miss. This is the final part of the show. I miss holidays. Do we all miss our holidays?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we cling on to that, don't we? Even Jesus knew the value of a holiday, didn't he? He did. Think about it. Like, he was crucified on the Friday. He could have come back on the Saturday, couldn't he? But he didn't. He hit snooze, came back on the Sunday, knew we'd get Monday off. It was like, roll the stone over. These people have got barbecues to like. What an idiot. And I think we've got a holiday books, right? We've gone through, we've got a holiday books, but I've got young kids, so that will be shit. I already know it's going to be shit, because when you've got little ones, it's not a holiday, it's stress on tour. You're just taking your problems around the globe. It's just when they're little, they're not even making memories, are they? It's pointless, you're pissing in the wind. That's why you give you a free child place, you might as well take a cushion with you. It's a special kind of arsehole takes a baby on an aeroplane. It is, and I know, because I've been that arsehole. It's like you're bringing doom into people's lives. I walked on, silence, and there was just one bloke at the back went, fucking hell. He's gone, look, that's it, he can't even live the memory. He's brought it all back, I'm so sorry, mate, I ruined your flight to Malaga. We better keep walking with that. That's what he says. If that thing comes in me, I'm kicking off. If I'd opened those leg lockers, slid that baby in and shut it, everyone would have gone, yeah, that's where that shit goes. Yeah. People have done a long hour, haven't they? Do you know what? You get off on it as a parent. Caused by every empty seat. And people are the baby basically is the only thing less welcome on an aeroplane than a bomb. The only difference is with a bomb your misery ends. That's the main difference. Two people got on a plane, one wearing a suicide vest, one wearing a caboose. In that moment, who would you rather sit next to? Say the man in the vest every day of the week. Oh, thank God you're here, mate. How long did you detonate till you have the window seat? She's just said it's teething. You give us a nod, we'll go together. There's no joke. We went to Disneyland. The last big holiday we went to Disneyland. And it is a mission to get us on holiday. We love Disneyland. I mean, well, the kids like Mickey Mouse. Me and Gemma love queuing. But just getting to the airport is a mission with kids. Because my children have bladders that defy medical science. The size of ketchup sachets and only activated by a stretch of the motorway with no hard shoulder and no access to services. It is a fucking miracle, isn't it? I'll tell you what I was going to... That's why I won't worry about this pandemic. It didn't frighten me. I'll tell you what frightened me. Standing on the side of the A1, nearly getting hit by an A snowball, taking my youngest daughter for a fourth roadside piss in 6 miles. That is an adrenaline rush. And you hope that you're holding them like this, Nigel Nick. Like there's just trucks going back at life, death. That's that. And I'm holding her under the legs like this at arm's length. Like I'm taking out a leaking bin bag. And I just go, I'm so nervous. Oh, you're nervous! Just go, I can't go. It's all right, don't worry, Danny's done for us. We get to the hotel, and this is the thing, you finally get to the hotel, and then the real shit kicker comes in, doesn't it? Because they say, we've given you the family room. Now what that means, if you don't know, is you go from being at home where you've got all your own space and comfort, you go and live together in one room for 14 nights for £1.50. It's not holiday, it's like you've been rehoused after a flood. You should give you duvets, you should give you foil blankets. It's a fucking emergency. Because you're with your kids, your bedtime is their bedtime. You lie next to each other, do you know what? I can't sleep. Neither can I, it's 10 to 7. The one show hasn't started. Goodness, we had our evening meal 11 minutes ago. I'm drinking Gaviscon from the bottle. There's daylight under there. No balcony. All we had was a bathroom. With no windows. It's like your bedroom, mate. Do you know how bleak that is when your wife turns to you and says, shall we retire to the bathroom? In a cereal bar for energy. You follow her in there like hostages, sitting in the dark. In the dark. Drinking a box of wine each. Eating a buffet by candlelight. Listening to next door who didn't have kids. You know why we knew that? Because we could hear them, couldn't we? What are they doing? Each other language, stupid! Before we ruined it with those dream stranglers, isn't there? Come back knackered, because every night, like, the youngest got into bed with us, every night. Fucking every night. She did it in a weird way. Because I just see a shadow just across the bottom of the room, and she gets into bed with us, right? From the bottom of the pool. Do you know how terrifying that is? 3 in the morning, after a box of wine. I forgot I'd even got kids yet. I was having a dream about a shed that was fucking had a little erection and everything. My own erection, dreaming about an erection. Can you wake up bleary-eyed, pissed? Just imagine coming round and you're seeing a mound just moving. It's like a Japanese horror film. I'm like, Gemma, there's something in the bed! like you and doesn't end even when Daddy's away. But I tell you what, why don't you pop in here now, for the next 4 hours, use my back as a fucking treadmill. That's it, you kick me repeatedly in the kidneys. Oh, keep the trainers on, dickhead, please. Did more miles than Mo Farah on my back. What's amazing about children, though, they do see the joy in stuff. And I think we lose that as an adult, don't we? They can just live in the moment. Because we had a plastic key card for our hotel room door, right? Just a simple bit of plastic. For my kids, that was Disneyland. That was everything. We should have booked 2 weeks in front of the door. Every day was the same routine. I'd give it to the eldest, she'd go to the door, she'd put it in, the little green light would come on. And they'd all walk in. Did you enjoy that? Yeah. Right, you know what to do now? Give it to your sister. And we'd all We spent more time in that corridor than we did in fucking Disneyland. And then I didn't quite realise just how much of an impact this had on these kids, right? Until I went through the iCloud with family pictures. This blew my mind. Let me show you some genuine pictures, right? These are the pictures from that holiday, right? So the first picture is our kids, right, with Snow White. We've got it, right? So I say Snow White, she was a failed actress from Wigan. She's like that. Dwarves aren't here, love. They ain't coming. Here's the next one. My kids with Mickey Mouse, people. I mean, he weren't CRB, it went a bit weird. But I'll tell you something now, Edgar, but that's not the one they wanted. That's not the one they were excited about. They wanted the real queen of the magical kingdom, someone who had access to all the wonders of Disney. And I'm talking about this person. I'm talking about Michelle, head of housekeeping. The Europa Hotel. They even put their ears on. I'm changing the holiday. We're going for 2 weeks in a travel lodge in Watford. But this is the thing, I'll tell you this before I go. I think you've got to make choices in life. I think I'm realising it's a tough lesson, but I don't take my children swimming now. Now, it took a lot of time to think like that, but has anyone got young kids in the cave? Anyone ever left this cave? I love swimming, but getting changed afterwards is awful. It's one of the most stressful things you do as a family. It's like trying to put your trousers on in your wheelie bin. It's insane. It is a surefire way to just destroy your family. You're in there, last time we went, we crammed in. There's just no room, everyone's pissed off. Gemma's annoyed me because I spent all morning behind the shed. It's boiling on. It's like trying to get dressed inside a samosa. It's fucking mad. Gemma's like that. Get near the door. Get near the door. I said, darling, the handle is inside me. I am the door. There's splash everywhere, no one can move. At one point she went to get a towel, smacked me in the face with both breasts. Which after 10 years of marriage and 2 kids, technically foreplay. You take it, right? I'm naked from the waist down, I'm trying to get dressed, I want to go home. My eldest, she's getting dressed. The youngest, she's been a prick, right? She's just happy to be out of the box room. She's spinning around with a towel like this, she's singing Frozen. She slips on this puddle of water. She starts to go over. Now my fatherly instinct kicks in. So I drop everything and spin round to try and catch you. You're right to cover your face, you know? I only wish she'd have done the same. As I turn, and I strike her, full contact in the forehead, with my own swinging testicles. And there's no way back from that. It's 11:30 on a Saturday morning. Could have been the eldest, she's a vegetarian. But where's your protein from Papa? Which this was a joke. But the worst thing was, she went like that. She went, oh, naughty daddy, naughty daddy. Don't clap that way. The flesh on flesh makes me have a flashback, you know what I mean? Because I'm going to say this now, I'm getting older, they're getting longer. So I'm going to say, I mean, this guy giant nose, don't you, with your jacket, and they leave you, don't they, mate? Every day like a sailing paratroopers. Looking the way this young lad thinks it's a ghoul on his shoulder as well. And because they're a bit talky when they connected with their head, a little cloud came up. It was like someone had high-fived a gymnast. Do you know what I'm saying? Gemma went into the corner like that, she went, oh God.
Oh, that's illegal, that is a crime. How can you do it? She's only 5.
I said, she's 3! When we go to the swimming bath, get on board with the throne. People say accidents happen, I just don't think it's a family day out when you teabag your second born. Do you know what? I don't regret it. Because they haven't asked to go swimming since. So any dads in the room want to get out of the family swim, you know what you got to do? Step up, be a man, teabag your kids. That's the message. He's now Clarkins thinking that is not the way to end the show. In the Pleasance, we had a moment, and now this is disgraceful. This lady's been sick in her handbag. You've been an incredible audience. This is the most fun I've ever had in a cave, honestly. Some of you may be here with tickets, thank you so much. Some of you may be here on the pay what you want model. I will be at the back with a card reader and a bucket. I was also giving out some flyers from our tour and also for our podcast, Through the Bennetts, that I do with Gemma every week, where she just slags me off for an hour. We're going 3 weekly, it's going that well. So, thank you so much for spending your Sunday night with me. I really enjoy your company. You're a wonderful audience. Do spread the word, and I'll see